Body, let me use that word, is not actually very active because of the crisis. Most of these kids don't have opportunity to express themselves in their chosen sport, you know. But these camps and clinics are handy because it gives them something. And then, though it's for 1 week, mostly what I advise is when these things are done, those organizers should try and put up an indigenous coaches around those venues so that they can continue with these kids. Because if they leave them, the kids would not go past where they left them. And though fortunately those camps have been giving them balls and shoes that they could use, but we need more. I mean, we need more people to actually do more. And then also, we need to engage the kids, especially the age grade from 15, from under 12, from under 18. We need to engage them a lot in different activities. That's the only way we can improve ourselves. Because I believe that basketball is on the decline because we don't have enough tournaments even at the youth level, even at the national level. That is why when we call a national team, the indigenous kids cannot fit into their program because we don't have regular games to play. A lot of them are just having no game to play. It is only when you play yourself constantly that you will develop yourself. But if we don't do anything with them, it's going to affect even the senior level because they transit from different age group from under 12, under 15, under 18, under 20. Before they get to the national team, they have to transit from that place. And that is why we see a lot of kids reducing their age so that they can play the lower level and which is but if we have tournaments like that, we'll have records too that will keep about them. So we'll know that this kid has played this level, is going to go to the next level, and then their skill will improve, and then they have lots of games, and they also have a means of making little stipend that will help them keep them take care of their upkeep and everything, so that they can continue in the game, and then they become better players, and then they are going to be useful for our national team. They will fit into the national team program.
Regards the leadership crisis and a way forward, Coach Emmanuel called for dialogue and unity.
I believe we are all human beings. We are all Nigerians. The way forward should always be sorted out. It be sorted out by both parties. Both parties ought to come together and then get the common front so that because the product is what is suffering right now, and that the product is the basketball. The both crises, yes, the both factions are in crisis. They're killing the game. We don't have anything going on. A lot of kids now are unemployed. Coaches are unemployed. So it's a big crisis, and I'm praying that the two factions to forge ahead, come together, resolve their differences, and forge ahead is for the interest of the game and the people that earn a living from this sport. That's the only way. We must set out our grievances or what we have against each other, and let's move forward. Because I remember those days, we were so passionate about basketball that once our darling team, the Islanders or the Comets are going to play, the whole stadium is filled up. But now all that's gone because of this crisis. But I'm just pleading to the two factions to just come together, resolve their differences, and then let's move on.
With regards to the development of the domestic league and the women's game, Coach Emmanuel had this to say.
They are not earning anything because it's only when there's a league that they get paid. Immediately the league goes up, their payment, their salary stop. So their emoluments stop, everything stopped. So and they've been off now for almost 4 years without any active sports going on, and which is it's a big issue, and that the interest of these athletes and coaches should be put in mind, and it's also not even good for the standard. You can see Royal Leopards going to Uganda, or where is it, for um, the African League, African Basketball League, and didn't do well because they have not been playing any tournament at home. They just did a few weeks tournament and they are gone, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So it's also telling on our. It's going to even tell on our ranking club wide. In the world, in Africa, it's really affected us. So we need to really sit down and resolve this crisis, and let's forge ahead.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's true unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
It's it's not easy for you to transit from using fully professional athletes. Then you now try to, because the home-based players are not fully tested anymore. They are not active as before. If they were active, they would have been able to meet up. Meet up the standard. That's why we had. Formerly, we normally had a ratio. If you have 9 foreign base, you have the remaining number to be home base. So there's a synergy always, and that also helps us. Immediately those home base play with those foreign base, they get opportunities outside. But all that's no more available because now a purely foreign based thing. So the home based players and the market at home is going dead because there is no way we can market our players that are at home because they've never been exposed. And when you now give them opportunity, they won't be able to meet this. Their standard is quite low from the foreign base, and they won't be able to fit into the team. So they usually have this problem of fitting into a team and playing much because of the crisis. We've not been playing, and it's affecting our basketball. Well, I think it's time every one of us, because I won't be left out, we now start thinking out of the box and start giving them more games different from the national game, like the Zenith League. We need other games that will be coming up, so they will be busy all the year round. So by that way they can improve because this long layoff is not even good for developing players. We need to organize, literally like the MFM did something. I expect First Bank to do something too. And other clubs to come together, bring it to a 1 week tournament like that. So, but they will not lose anything if these tournaments are going on, and it's going to improve them.
Also, during our discussion, he also touched on the prospects of monetizing the league.
The first thing we need to do is to clean up our crisis, because the crisis is making the product not sellable anymore. Because I remember those days we had V-Mobile. If it's the V-Mobile, because of the sponsors there, it got us crowd, it improved the players. But now with this crisis, sponsors are afraid to bring in their money because of all this embezzlement they've been hearing of. They don't want their money to be stolen. They don't want their money to go into the wrong pocket. And then also, it's not even auguring well for the sport. It can't be marketed. So, and then anybody that wants to go into it now will now think twice. And moreover, a lot of teams now need to get support from companies so that the teams can go beyond where they are now. You know, you have to market, you have to brand do a lot of branding now. You know, because once you put a brand on your jersey, they're going to pay some that from that proceed is what you will now take care of the athlete and some other things. Developing the coaches, holding a lot of coaching clinics and coaching camps for the coaches. Then also not enough tournament for each team to play. The more tournament you play, the better everyone becomes, because you'll be exposed to different strategies from different teams. So once you meet one type of obstacle, when you see that type of obstacle again, you would have gone to work against it, and then you know how to defeat it. So this now will improve the players. So once they meet all those challenges in games, they become better. Pressure and all that. So, and even crowds also affect performance. If you have a lot of crowd in a championship, it can affect performance. So they have got to get used to all these factors. That's just it. We need to also do a lot of age grade tournaments. We don't have a standing primary school league. The Milo tournament is just for a period. We need other ones to cater for other teams or other schools that could not participate in the Milo tournament. They should have that. So we need a lot of them to develop the different levels, age grade. Then from there we now get to the junior, and then we also transit to the senior. So once you play a lot of tournaments, you'll be fine. Then we need a lot of camps, clinics for all these kids. So we develop their skills. Those are the things that we need to develop the game. From what I've seen, we in our home front, we've regressed, because before a lot of our players were competing with the foreign players, but now we can't compete because we've regressed. So we have to now start from where we stopped and try and improve. But I believe if the crisis goes, we stand a very good chance of getting back to our old self in the next 5 years.
That's how much we can take on today's edition of The Arena. I'm Samson Olede. Thank you so much for watching. Until we come your way next time, do stay blessed and stay safe.
I won't call myself a parenting expert because I'm not. But as a kid growing up with an authoritative father and a permissive mother wasn't fun. As a kid, I got so confused on what to do and what not to do not to get into trouble. Parenting play a significant role in the behavior and attitude of their children. The way they talk, the way they behave with others shows the environment they are being raised and how the parents have brought them up, who your children will be and how they will become is up to their parents. Parenting isn't about building languages and communication, but also building their own personality, parenting styles, and their challenges. And that's what we'll be discussing today. So our topic for today is parenting styles and their challenges. My name is Kaliobi, and I welcome you guys to People's Voice. And I'm not alone. And here in the studio with me, I have this beautiful, significant parent with me. On this side, I call her La Cream. So her name is
Mrs. Mokonye, CEO, Creamstyle Empire.
Creamstyle, but I love calling you Creamstyle. I forget your name is Stella. And at this side, I have Mr. Dr. Charles. I call him Dr. Mr. Charles or Dr. Mr.
Point of quality. I'm pharmacist Charles Ekunke.
Ekunke. Ekunke. Welcome to People's Voice. And before we go into the topic or go into the show properly, let's go on this break. You're still on People's Voice with Kaliobi. Welcome back to People's Voice. And like I said, I'm not alone. You guys can see I got yellow and I got black, yellow and black, yellow and black. And today we're discussing parenting style and challenges. So I have questions for you guys. Hope you guys are ready. Put on your ready suit because you can see my gun. So what do you think is the best style or approach when training, when it comes to parenting?
For me, the best style when training a child is communication. Now you need to give room for the child to express his or herself, because it can't just be, oh, mommy talking or daddy talking. Now you still need to give a space for the child to express his or herself, because I can't just say, oh, this is how I want it to be done in this place or in this house, and my child may equally have a better opinion, but by the time you don't allow that child to speak up, to express his or herself, the child dies in silence, and later on you may regret not giving that child an opinion, a listening ear to voice out his or her voice.
Oh, that's good. So how do you choose, what style of parenting do you like and why do you choose it?
I call my own style of parenting what I would term democratic sort of parenting, in the sense that I'm attractive to my children, and at the same time I ask them to listen to their voice, know what they have to say, so that they will be free in dealing with me. Because if I'm too kind of let me call it authoritative kind of, let me call it authoritarian kind of parenting, they will be scared, they won't be free with me, they won't be able to tell me their secret, they won't be there. When sometimes I have seen some parents, when the children, when they come, they run away from them. That is not my style. My style is that I relate with them like, in a democratic setting. They give me if they have any question, they come to me, I treat it accordingly, and then advise them what they need to do and what they don't need to do.
But at times kids can be very funny. I know me growing up, I had that attribute to my attitude, where even no matter how close our parents want to be, it gets to an age where we feel that our parents are beginning to get involved in our lives so much, especially when we have a boy that is asking us out. So when it comes to that, how are you able to handle your child when your child starts keeping secrets from you?
Okay, in this area, I'll say relationship. This is where relationship play a big role. Now, there is this saying that you can't give what you don't have. Now, when you don't have a cordial relationship with your child,
Okay.
now that child is bound to grow up and keep a lot of secrets from you. Now, I have a daughter. My daughter is just 5 years old, and there's this relationship between me and her, whereby she comes to me, oh, mommy, I want to tell you this. No matter how horrible it is, I love to listen. No matter how funny it is, I love to listen. Because in whatsoever she want to tell me, is that I'm learning something from it, or there's something for me to correct from what she's telling me. So I always give room to listen to her. And sometimes she also wants, okay, mommy, I want to listen to you talk. That's the relationship between me and my daughter. So now I believe when she grows up in the future, I think the best person she wants to share idea with, she wants to tell things, should be me, because of the hands I've given to her growing up.
What you say just got me into a question. There's something they used to say. They said, when a child is good, it's for the dad.
Yeah.
And when a child is bad, it's for the mom. So please, why do men say that when a child is good, it's for the dad, and when a child is bad, it's for the mom?
Before I answer that question, let me put it like this.
Okay.
In my children's formative years, what I try to do is to create that bond with them, so that by the time they grow up, they will not deviate from that standard I have set for them. I try to avoid that as much as possible, so that it will not lead to that, in the sense that myself and my wife were very close to our kids. We don't give room for any of that. But it depends on bad parenting for some fathers to come up and say that when the child is bad, it's for the mom. When the child is good, it's for the dad. In my own case, I've tried to avoid that as much as possible. But in our own setting, my family, that thing doesn't come up. Because my children, they are well behaved, we give them whatever they need. We try to discipline them when they go wrong. So far, so good. In my own setting, there have never been issues like that.
Okay, looking at the parenting style, or the parenting style, we have the authoritative, we have the permissive, and we have the uninvolving. And if we notice that, if we go into history, the research says that the authoritative parenting makes the kids not to have self-confidence. Their self-esteem is so low. While the permissive, the kids, yes, they have the self-esteem, but in the academics is very, very, and the uninvolving parent, that one is, so which of them do you fall into? Do you fall into the authoritative? Do you fall into the permissive? Or do any of you fall into the uninvolving style of parenting?
Well, for me, I fall into the permissive parenting, because is a give and take for me. Now, I can't impose my will always on my child. No.
Okay.
So I rather prefer, okay, let her talk, let me talk. Now, I know at the end of the day, we'll come to an agreement. But by the time I decide, okay, yes, it has to be all about cream store, is all what I want. Okay, in this house, it has to be what mommy is saying, what mommy is saying. At the end of the day, you're losing that child.
So which of the styles do you fall into?
I fall into the authoritative kind of parent.
Okay.
In the sense that I will set a standard for my kids, and I will moderate it so that I'm not so high, to try to be so impose everything. At the same time, I give room for discussion, listening, we interact, and all of that. So I fall into authoritative kind of parenting.
Now, but what the research says that they always lose self-esteem. And before we stay go, because we have more questions on today's topic.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
And the next question is, what are the merits and the demerits of different styles of parenting? Let me move to him. I always come to you at the time. So,
okay. The merit of my own style of parenting, which is authoritative type, is that I give room for interactions so that the child will be, when he grows up, will be, he will not be scared or want to relate with me very well. At the same time, I try not to be too soft in each one or to be too hard in any of them. So when you are too hard, they will tend to run away from you. They don't want to discuss with you. Then their performance in their social life will not be so good. The academy, that is if I'm too hard on them, the academic performance might not be too bright. So that could be the demerit in the sense that if you are high on one part and low on one part, they could have a consequence. So I try to marry all of them together so that they will not. For example, if I'm too demanding or high-handedness, my child, mental state will not be too okay. It could lead to alcoholism. It could lead to, depression and so many things. So that is what I'm trying to say, is that I try to be, lenient on so.
I can say, and I like when you're choosing for the children's career, the future. Do you choose them, or do you allow them to choose and you support them?
Well, I will always support my kids when it comes to their career. For I have a request when I grow up, if my request will be granted. Now, I love to sing.
Okay.
And someday I wish my daughter or my son will stand on the stage with me and we dig it together. So no matter what their career may be, if they can fulfill this wish of mine, I'm good to go.
I was thinking you're saying you have a request. Maybe she has to be Miss World. No. But you see, so you've heard, I'm sure she wants you to sing. Okay. Okay. You guys have heard it all on People's Voice on today's topic, parenting style and challenges. And you guys have heard what they have to say on today's topic. If I could give you a minute to advise parents on what not to do when bringing up their kids, what will you say?
Well, for me, always give the children room to express themselves. That's all.
Right, sir.
Yeah, my own case, I will always advise parents to, for example, the last question you asked, if you can choose maybe a course for
yes.
your kids, I will look at the areas they are good at before.
That's been on authoritative. Yeah, okay.
The areas they are good at before, deciding what they do. I will not interfere with what they do. So what I would advise parents, give your children room to do whatever they want to do and guide them accordingly.
Growing up, I wish my dad was here to listen to you guys, but Dad, forgive me, not my fault. He was the one that was, you will need to be a doctor or nothing. And my brother's lawyer, the other one was, we had so many things that we need to become from my dad, and we never became that at the end of the day. And okay, I wish my dad was here today to listen to you guys, but Dad, forgive me, you were very, very authoritative. But anyway, my dad wanted me to be a doctor. My brother was supposed to be a lawyer, but today I am a presenter, and I'm sure he loves it. Watching me on his phone, he's like, that's my baby girl, yes. So parents should please support their kids. Learn to be your child's best friend. Once you're your child's best friend, your child can tell you anything. They can open up on anything to you. And when they are their age that they can part ways with you, not like death or anything. No, when they become parents of their own, they will, what they've learned from you, they will teach to their kids. Like they say, train up your child, so when train up your child the way you will have, so when you grow old, they will never depart from it. That's all we have for you guys on People's Voice. Until another episode on People's Voice, be good. Like I always say, love yourself. Bye.
Last time, maybe our last episode where they just that say Cardi B call, Cardi B what thing. Another better story on Instagram though. Now still your boy with this now. Only tongue. Now just see with this. Today, now hear better story because I want to focus on Yahoo. Because not be the Yahoo that thing, but now the Yahoo of Yahoo. One guy, he go born his wife, no, his girlfriend. It's as in they say the girl they shit on her. So as him know say the girl dey shit on her, so he comot the girl. For public, pour petrol to the girl body, lighter. Not even if na lighter now, you know, one name one lighter, one name one matches. Now the matches so, he don't see the matches, don't light the girl be born. Now wetin baby pass na say, this Yahoo boy, wey dem cash, the girl see the one corner, sit down, naked, sit down, all the body don pay comot. And the Yahoo boy, they call the questioner, then you come in at the video. Meanwhile, the guy they die, they go. And then the bitch, she don't die. But Mark can't explain something to give you now. Because this Yahoo thing, what they do? They shop Yahoo guy money, they shop and they go. Meanwhile, get one guy answer what you like. Meanwhile, the guy will come like a casha with her. Two of them come, Natasha come boss. Mark on Jesus now, what's happen? Because best way they suffer this thing pass. This Yahoo thing, you get spirits. Who the Yahoo no dey suffer. Now who dey help Yahoo shop money? Those are the people we call what? Who they shop? Who they do Yahoo now waiting? Now Yahoo. Okay. Who they shop Yahoo money now waiting? Now Yahooists. Now the Yahooist is the girl. I mean the Yahoo is the man. So Yahoo are with the Yahoo. They're not getting it. Let me explain to you. Let me pick your pen and paper. The person that does Yahoo is a Yahoo. Okay? Now, the person that helps Yahoo to spend the money, that is partaker of Yahoo money, is the Yahooists. Then the person that helps the person to spend the money is what? They say the Yahoo. So you see what I'm talking about? It's all about Yahoo. Now, this Yahoo thing with the top. See, honest money better. Not this one where they say, we don't jam this one. Now, you get on that. I should say for a mind. See, a better boy. Say, man, this one will take care of me. See, Matana, he born now, set her ablaze. Real life, this one will be to you. This one are real happen. True. Now they just Nana. This one will say, one fine guy, one he's flawless. The guy know they beat me. The guy clean. Small sample could run the day. I just say 1 or 2 times, he don't give her a small heads up, say, come on there. He say, that's how he talks to me. So then you tell them, they say, why that guy they shout to you? They say, now like that, they show love. Now with shout, with slap, some now with conk, that they take some show love. I just say whatever they get there now, go say, now with fire. If they take show love, fire, in a one country, give me plenty water. You see waiting, love, wrong association don't do you now. They help your boy spend money, so they set you on fire. You can't even ask all this Yahoo boy. No, say na only Yahoo you fit do. Even at age 82, say you be 82, they go still dey call you Yahoo boy. And that's the only job that at 120, what job are you doing? You say, I'm a Yahoo boy. Evergreen job. Okay, now, how you go call that in CV? Because normally if you finish school, you go to school, say, from 1992 to 1994, or let's say from 1992 to 2010, you work for a bank. You say, I was a banker from 1992 to 2010. No, let's make us do Yahoo from 1992 to 2010. How you go write the CV? I was a Yahoo from 1992 to 2010. At the age of 95, I retired. So he's a retired. He's a retired Yahoo. Oh God. So that's why we know I'm suspecting Fireboy. Yeah, I think he's a retired Yahoo boy. He can't let go of the boy. You know that's why. Yeah, I'm suspecting Joe Boy, another ex-Yahoo boy. I'm suspecting Charlie Boy, grandfather of Yahoo boy. I'm suspecting Mama Boy. Tony, Mama Yahoo. You see what I'm saying? See, as you know, baby, Mona just be careful. Because the moral of the story that say, all this one we say, hey, Yahoo something, the thing they get backfire. And one of the backfire be this, so don't be saying one burner. Now one of the people when you do, the guy can't cost. You know say, if Obama cost you, Nigeria cost you, Africa cost you. You know they cost you because when they work in Nigeria cost, you the cost, some know they even work. But if only both cost you, they will cost you January 1st, 2001. The time we go working, if they work with fire. No. When we both cause you, oh God, you're crazy. You know, say it's sweet. So if they travel like this, if they travel, as the crazy meet you like this, now fire they turn to. So when they respect yourself, they know when they date. On this point of discussion, and on this note, I rest my case. When I wait for my next episode because better this full ground when I want myself. Now that's be this return it on.
Hello? Boy, this thing you break. Make I call you back later, babe. Make I call you back later because make I call you back, babe. Alright, I'm dying if I do. Rihanna! Later, babe. Make I call you back. Alright. Okay, alright. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello? Hi. Hello? Good afternoon. Trying to say hi. I talk to you now, hello. Talk to me, I'm talking to you.
Are you not? Like, how would you do that?
I mean, I'm talking,
Isn't it obvious I do not want to talk to you?
We just met. There shouldn't be any quarrel. What do you take me for? Look at me head to toe now. Now they follow you talk. Because you they use, see the phone, I'm used. Okay, forget say your phone high pass. No be say no fit buy am. Now the weather. Once weather don't they too cold like this, they affect price.
You are making noise.
I'm talking to you from my heart. But you're making look as if me that I'm talking, I'm nothing. Why? See, babe, as I'm looking at you, now I say I can marry you. You look like someone that can manage my life, manage my own. I'm talking to you, baby girl. I'm talking to you.
Do not touch me. Do not try it.
I'm sorry. It's like let's talk. Don't run.
Can you leave me alone?
See, if you look at this whole thing very well, you notice that me and you, we can blend.
Hey, baby.
Then what's happening?
Can you imagine this maggot? This thing. He has been disturbing me since I got here.
Who are you?
No, answer him.
Yeah, I'm trying to. No, sir, yes, I asked her.
I said, who are you?
Yes, I asked her. I said, today sell your got here. She said yes.
Is this place a drug factory?
Exactly. No, not like
Baby, don't stress yourself.
Stop. Sir, you listening? I said, okay, that I should preach. I came to preach.
Preach.
Yes. No, I went to pray. No, he's evangelist. He's evangelist.
Treat him fuck up.
Hey, you're not getting talk. Oh, yeah, talk. Okay, yes. I said that I should talk. So, sir, I said that. So I should preach to her. She now said that if I don't preach.
You are the pastor, you are the fake pastor in Nigeria.
Deal
with him!
Wait. How much will sell these shoes? Hey, sir, which?
Let's go.
Sir, he was about giving me a phone number. Okay, man.
Now what? Which kind of life be this one safe? But see, they hustle. Wait with the hustle safe. Person hustle, go school. Those guys won't finish person life because of this banner certificate. Now person don't come out. See, since I come out, now wait till I don't use and do. She na swag with the day. Come to think of it. Wow. Leo was saying something about what he call that thing? iBrandTV. Okay, yes, iBrandTV. He talks that they brand creativity for them. Oh more, I don't have man. Now the only thing that don't give me hope since I graduated, I be this iBrandTV. He talks for there that they brand entertainment. That they brand creativity. Or if I sing now, I brand it with that. I don't turn. What do they call that guy? I don't turn Davido with that. Or I don't have man. They even talk say that they brand industrialization. So waiting down on me say, I feel get job there. I feel also want business for there. My life, I don't get my solution for iBrandTV. iBrandTV now you be my solution now. At the rush they go there now.
True unripe plantain flour is 100% natural flour gotten from the processing of unripe plantain. It contains no addictive and has a net content of 500 grams. True unripe plantain flour contains vitamin A, B6 and C. It is gluten-free and rich in calcium. Consuming True unripe plantain flour helps to build and strengthen stronger bones and can be a great meal for diabetic patients. It decreases your chances of constipation as it has a high fiber content and provides you with a low-fat diet. Here are some steps to prepare your True unripe plantain flour. Firstly, mix True unripe plantain flour with hot water in a pot and gradually add water till you achieve desired thickness. Place over medium heat and turn very well for 4 to 5 minutes to get the right texture. Mold into a ball and place in a bowl and allow to cool. Serve with your choice of soup. True unripe plantain flour can be eaten with any variety of soup, be it your ofe oha, ofe onugbu, gbegiri, ewedu, or your miyan kuka. To get your True unripe plantain flour, contact us at 12 Olowera Isheri Road by First Welder bus stop off Omole Phase 2, Olowera, Lagos, Nigeria, or call 070-6663-8213 or 081-6397-4447. Distributors are needed nationwide.
I was coming, nobody could even call and say hello.
Sorry, who's here? Hello?
I'm so tired of this. Why do you keep bringing me to it's fine. It's started like you, it's okay.
Can't you see I have a guest here?
Hello.
Are you people so slow
What's
in
your
this
name?
place? I'm so sorry, babe.
Why is this place hot? Anything's fine.
Alright, okay, good. Is this your menu? Yes. Okay, good. Baby, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Just
So I just want you to get me something nice. Hello, where are you going to?
Oh,
I need you here. Don't you know your services?
I'm sorry. Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Alright, okay. Please come over here. I don't waste my time. I want you to get me this. Babe, what would you like to have?
Anything is fine. Anything. Are these all the wines you have? Oh. Well, anything.
I need to say you are the best here, Marco. Why?
Anything will do because.
Alright, no, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, just get me this. Okay? I'll be quick. Alright, baby.
This is what they do. I mean, I wasn't expecting this, but it's fine. It's fine.
How are you?
First off, I'm good. I'm just.
Sorry. It's Oreo.
I hope those things are chilled. Oh. I don't even like this drink. It's too cheap. Come on.
Baby, I'll be right back.
It's fine.
Hello, please excuse me. Hello?
You can drop it. You can drop it. You can go. You can go. It's fine. I don't cash out. Look at my face. Oh, this way before you go cash me.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't like all this.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on, please.
I don't like that.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Sorry, excuse me. Who is there? What's 2 drinks you left here? You didn't leave 2 drinks here? Baby, hold on. Sit down, please. Sit down. Come here now. What's wrong with you?
Mom?
I want you to get me another drink.
My mom?
I showed you. Sorry. Hold on, please. Hold on. I'm sorry. Just sit down, okay? Just sit down.
I'll be back.
Drop it down. Alright, I'm coming. Hello? Shadow? Oh, you saw my car outside? Yeah, I'm inside. Alright, okay, I'll be right there right now. Baby, just hold on, please. No, baby, hold on. I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. Wait for me. I love you, okay?
I love you too.
Baby, I don't see you.
Yeah, I'm with your car.
Shadow,
Oh, gee.
you don't do.
How you say? I saw you say you come flex for here.
I just be one babe, come here.
Which baby again?
Forget that. Forget. I just come. Wait.
Hey, forget that thing when this get out. Now, London. Hey, calm down. London. This one happen. I get
waiting.
I said this one happen.
I get out. You know how much I don't pay for it today?
May you go. You go straight and you talk now. I tell you something.
Comport yourself.
Comport for your babe.
See the baby. I'm so sorry. I tell you to see. Baby, I'm so sorry.
Seriously, I don't like it. She kept me waiting for long. I don't like it.
Baby, I'm sorry. Baby, meet my friend. This is Shegun.
Hello.
Baby, good.
After school, just disappeared. What did you saw?
Nah, just deal.
See, I don't understand. You forget everybody.
Hello, I'm here.
Baby, I'm so sorry. No, because man, it's been long. We're old
friends.
Can I
take my leave already? Like,
baby, how will I bring you here and you just leave like that? Baby, I'm sorry.
You have your friend. You guys can talk or maybe some other time or something. Cause I want to start doing.
Please calm down.
Baby, I'm sorry. Please respect my friend. Baby, I'm sorry.
Seriously, they make my eyes see for you.
Hello.
You said more order.
More. I don't get time for this. You and this your babe.
Man, share with those days.
Why is your friend looking at me like that? Have we met before? Do you know me before?
Please, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry.
I think I should just take
baby, no, hold on. Baby, what? Baby, what's in your bag?
No, nothing. It's fine.
Baby, hold on. What's in your bag?
Nothing. I want to start going. My dress are there. I need to go to my hairstylist place.
Baby, hold on. What's in your bag?
Nothing is in my bag. Hello. Do you want to start searching my bag?
What brand of bag is this?
It's a Prada bag.
I thought you told me Gucci.
Yeah, like I have several bags. So there are some that there's Prada, there's Gucci, you know. But you're not a fashion person,
baby,
so you won't understand.
Okay. Can I find out what's in the bag? Baby, come on.
No, you can't search my bag.
Baby, hold on.
Let me just see.
Baby, let me just see it. Come on.
Hello, it's my boyfriend. Please.
Alright, just hold on. Baby, why's your bag so heavy?
Don't search my bag.
Baby, hold on.
Ha. I say don't search my bag, oh. I know I'm telling you not to search my bag.
And I told you. I know this girl for Agege.
I don't know how to say into my bag.
I know this girl for Agege.
I don't know.
I don't feel sit down for a year.
You was right, you told me.
No. You
can't. Serious? I just came back from England. I told you.
I can't take this shit.
Let's go, bro.
Calm down, babe. Sweetheart. How are you? I'm already going. Yeah, yes. He has not paid. My boyfriend didn't pay. No. Why? How much? 150. Who? 150. 100 and what? You made me laugh. I swear to God. I forget English, Robert. No way. Make I see that laugh. You say 150. Even this my clothes, I went 800. I don't even pay. See? You see all this for not me get. You know, come on, they work. They don't spoil. It's my bag. Not me even get like 180. 50, man. Oh God. I don't get any money to pay nothing. You see as I did like this. My boyfriend supposed don't pay. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you want to collect money for my own hand. No. See, I don't want to get you. See, my eye they red. Me say, I see they find money, that's something they find money. Everybody come hustle for this street though. Nobody reason any and me, I move. Sorry, my excuse me, man. I can't pay nothing. Forget all those things, sister. My boyfriend. Oh, top security, call everybody.
What's going on here?
Nothing. Good afternoon. I'll be good evening.
What's going on here?
My bill is 150. My bill or my boyfriend's bill?
Please, kindly pay your money.
See, brother, let us not fight. I use God to beg you. See.
Please, you can go in.
I don't have any money.
Just move.
You can see my bag. See, there's no money.
2 days later.
Is that how to mop? Like, sister, what's happening?
Sorry. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Alright, good. What's your name?
Gloria, sir.
So hold on. Sister, you still there? It is well, yeah. You go buy your touch.
I beg, I'm not following you talk.
Oh, really?
Say your name.
You go walk till you die for you. Sorry, Jerry. Your money no enter. You no go enter for this life again.
I go buy your drink for you.
Oh, I go buy your papa.
Shut up.
Sorry, Jerry.
iBrandTV. Business first.
Coming to you live from iBrandTV News Studio in Lagos, the commercial hub of the nation. First, the headlines. INEC suspends collation of results for the Anambra State governorship election. The Senate's Code of Conduct Tribunal for allegedly not treating corruption cases referred to it by the Code of Conduct Bureau. And in business, the Nigerian stock market loses 12.58 billion naira as investors take profit in oil and gas, banking and consumer goods stock. On the foreign scene, Iraqi Prime Minister escapes unharmed from an armed drone assassination attempt in Baghdad. Glad to have you join us. Here are some stories making rounds at this hour. My name is Margaret Apara. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has suspended the collation of results for the Anambra State governorship election. INEC's chief returning officer for the election, Professor Florence Obi, announced this on Monday at the Commission's head office in Awka, the state capital. Party agents, reporters and observers, among others, had waited until about 12:15 a.m. for the declaration of a winner before events took a different turn as a result of Professor Obi's announcement. Rather than declaring the winner of the election after announcing the total votes called by the participation parties, Professor Obi said a declaration would only be made after a supplementary election was conducted in the remaining local government, Ihiala. She therefore announced that a supplementary election would be conducted in the 326 polling units across Ihiala on Tuesday, November 9. Ihiala is the only one of Anambra's 21 local government areas where elections could not be held. She appealed to party agents and the people of the state to support INEC during the supplementary election to ensure that the election is brought to a satisfactory conclusion for the good of the people of Anambra State, the people of Nigeria, and to the glory of God. Now, the senators condemned the Code of Conduct Tribunal for allegedly not treating corruption cases referred to it by the Conduct Bureau. The Chairman Senate's Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, Senator Ayo Akinyulere, tackled the CCT while reacting to the agency's performance this year. The CCT Chairman Donald Umar appeared before the committee at its last sitting to defend the tribunal's 2022 budget. He said only 30 cases had been concluded and determined out of 257 referred to the tribunal by CCB this year. He attributed the failure to treat all the cases referred to his tribunal to underfunding and the fact that it's the only tribunal that sits and determines cases. He said, and I quote, "The CCC is only one body and we have to go to different places in the country. If we have another division of the tribunal in the 6 geopolitical zones, it will reduce the enormity of our work here in Abuja. We cannot be everywhere," end of quote. However, the chairman of the committee expressed dissatisfaction over Umar's submission. Akinyelure said the tribunal underperformed not only because of underfunding, pointing also to its failure to effectively utilize all monies given to it. And moving further, 2 of 66 members of Emmanuel Baptist Church, Kakao Daji, Chinkun local government area of Kaduna State, who were abducted in church on Sunday, October 31, 2021, have been killed by their captors. Chairman of the Kaduna State chapter of Christian Association of Nigeria and Khan, Reverend Joseph Hayab, disclosed this in a statement on Sunday. Hayab said the bandits opened fire on 5 of their victims on Saturday, November 6, and killed 2 of their victims, while 3 others were seriously injured, were taken to the hospital. He expressed deep concern about the lives of the remaining 61 people who were still being held by the bandits. The bandits had on Sunday, October 31, invaded the church during worship, killing 1 person while 66 worshippers were abducted. Chinkon local government area is one of the areas where telecom services were shut down to fight bandits and kidnappers. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, on Sunday said it had arrested the mastermind of recent multiple attempts at exporting drugs through the Murtala Muhammed International Airport, Lagos, and some carrier companies in the nation's commercial city to London. A statement by the spokesperson of the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, said the notorious drug dealer Okoli Kenna had been apprehended by operatives of the agency. Babafemi said the drug dealer had been on court bail following his arrest in November 2020 and subsequent arraignment before a Lagos Federal High Court for attempting to export 15.7 kilograms of methamphetamine to Australia. He said the series of investigations into recent multiple attempts to export illicit drugs to the UK led to the arrest of the drug dealer on Tuesday, 2nd November, where he was caught with 78 parcels of cannabis concealed in black soap packs labeled as Dudu Oshun, with a total weight of 12.25 kilograms, heading to the United Kingdom. The NDLEA spokesperson said further investigation also revealed that Okoli is the one behind the attempt to export 7.35 kilograms of cannabis to the UK on Thursday, October 21, a consignment that was intercepted at Narco Export Shed at the MMIA. Chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, retired Brigadier General Bones Mara, said the agency needs adequate funding to function optimally and efficiently. He said this during the 2022 budget defense on his agency before the House of Rep Committee on Drugs and Narcotics in Abuja.
We are not supporting the so-called legitimization of cannabis. We are not. That bill, this committee is not fronting for that bill, is not proposing that bill because we know very clearly that Nigeria is a heavy user of cannabis. And Nigeria is the highest user of cannabis worldwide. And the most commonly abused drug in Nigeria is cannabis. So if there is so much madness in the country now, if there is so much killings in the country now, if there is banditry, terrorism and whatever, in our current state, I tell you, if we legitimize cannabis, the madness will quadruple.
Governor of Adamawa State, Amadou Vinturi, has presented a proposed budget of 163.6 billion naira to the 2022 fiscal year. While addressing the members of the Assembly, Governor Vinturi said that 2021 has performed considerably well. The 2022 appropriation budget as of sustainable hope.
The 2022 proposed budget has been carefully packaged to consolidate on the steady gains recorded in the year 2020, 2021 budget. Accordingly, the state government has proposed a budget of 163,629,910,040 naira for its project and programs in the 2022 fiscal year. 2022 for all year-round usage. To make a significant intervention in this subsector, government has proposed to spend the total of 21 billion naira on urban and rural roads. It is important to remind honorable members that our plan to reduce housing deficit in the state will be sustained by ensuring the completion of the 1,000 housing units which is ongoing and the ones being provided by Northeast Development Commission. It is my desire to see that all our communities are electrified and also have good access roads. To transform this desire to fruition, my administration is going to be committed to the development of our electrification and rural roads under rural infrastructure and community development.
Still in MDAs, including local government personnel, community leaders, and people living with disabilities.